Good afternoon and welcome to the homestead. This afternoon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, where is it? I'm going to add an additional hive body onto my hive right here. The bees have been in here plenty long to build up everything they need for the initial hive body there. You can see I've got a queen excluder here. I really like these hives. They really just come apart really easy. And I've got the other section right down here. It should go pretty quick and pretty easily. So let's get to work. Okay, I do have a hood on, so that's going to make my voice a little bit muffled. I apologize for that, but there's really not much I can do. I'm pretty comfortable with the bees, so I don't really have any problem. But I do try to take the basic precautions. Um, So I'll just got some light gloves. I've got a long sleeve shirt on and that kind of thing. These guys have been really calm and easy to work with so far. However, it is hot. It's been really hot here the last few days, and they may be a little irritable today due to that. So I'm going to just take the basic precautions. I'm going to try to avoid any additional stings or anything ridiculous that are super easy to avoid. Like I said, what I'm going to do is all I'm going to be doing is adding a hive body onto my hive here. They will need to start storing honey for the winter and that kind of thing. They've had plenty of time to build comb in the lower section of the hive. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add an additional hive body onto the top. You can see I've got a queen excluder. This is going to go on the top of this. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep the queen in the lower section there. She'll be doing all of her eggs, laying eggs in this lower section, but the regular bees will be able to come up in the top section. In that top section, they'll be able to store honey and that kind of thing. So I'm going to set that down right here. I've got my hive body right here. Super easy to do with this type of hive. So I really am thankful that we have this kind of body. So because of this type of hive body, we've got the feeders right here. So nothing really can get above these feeders, which is really nice. Now I've got the brush. I'm going to take the feeders off. I don't believe there's anything in these right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move those off to the side. If there are any bees, there probably will be some bees on the bottom. I'll just brush those off and continue on with putting the queen excluder on there. Okay. And there are quite a few bees on the bottom. They've got a lot of honey on here. This is really good to see. They've been really busy, these guys, and right now I'm not going to worry about them. I'm just going to set them right there. And I'm going to take the other one off, and then I'm going to put this queen excluder on. You can see they're right there. I'm going to set that just right off to the side. Same thing. We're going to put this queen excluder on. Okay, I'm going to have to brush these guys off. There we go. They will start swarming a little bit, which is going to be really common. They're being brushed off the top here. They've got to go somewhere. They're not feeling really threatened. They should not be. So there we go. All right, there we are. Now you'll see they can actually come through this without any problem. The bees won't have any problems coming through there. Again, the thing I like about this style of hive is it just goes right back together, just like that. It fits right on top of the other one, and then we'll be able to snap it down. Now it's secure. It's on top of the other body right there. The queen excluder's in, so the queen has got to stay in this lower section right there. And then I'll put the feeders right back on the top right here. These bees will be able to just kind of go right into there. I'll actually kind of brush them off to the side. And you can see, even though the bees are flying around quite a bit right there, I don't have any on me. Nobody's coming to attack me, anything like that. They're very calm. They've been very calm since we've had them. Um, they built comb even inside these little feeders. So I'm just going to brush these guys off right here by the door. They'll be able to go right back into the hive. And the reason I'm doing that is just because I've got to get this little bit of comb off so that I can put these on top. Just this little bit of comb right here. I'm really happy with what they've been doing in the hive right there. They've been really working. Really nice comb right here on top. A lot of honey. They've really been doing well. And again, you can see that there are a lot of bees around, but they're not after me or anything like that. They're working. They've got things to do and they're not at all worried about me. Got a duck over there squawking, making a bunch of noise. It's pretty funny. All right, I'm going to brush these guys off by the door, just like the others. And you can see they literally just came off right there and they went right back to it. They're doing right what they're supposed to do. They're just going back in, going back to work. We're not trying to be aggressive with them. They're not trying to be aggressive with me. They're just doing their thing. They've got work to do and they're going to go take care of it. You can see, boy, you talked about really pretty honey there. That is just really beautiful. Nice comb, nice honey, looks very nice. I'm going to put this other one on right here. And they just kind of fit in place right over the other there. Gotten in here. Now, one of the things that I really like about this is, again, I can get into this feeder without exposing any of the hive or anything like that. All I got to do is just pour in a little feed right here. And that's just sugar water is all it is, syrup. I buy this just because our lives are so busy that, to be honest, trying to go in the house and boil the water and add the honey or the sugar and all that, it's just time consuming. And for us, it makes more sense to get some syrup. Because I did open everything up and that kind of thing, I'm just going to give them a little bit of sugar. They don't really need it, but I'm just kind of adding it. All right. All right. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your participation, joining us in our journey. Thank you very much. Have a great day.